Hello students, this is Urvi Raval and today we are going to study the subject economics and we are going to study chapter 2 indicators of growth and development. So first we'll understand what is the meaning of economic growth. Economic growth refers to continuous increase in the real national income and the real per capita income. For that we need to understand what is national income first and foremost. National income is production of goods and services in a year in a country is called national income. And what is per capita income? Per capita income is gross national income divided by the total population of a country. Okay, so economic growth is what? Continuous increase in this indicators. Okay, continuous increase in the real national income and the real per capita income, that is called economic growth. Okay, such growth is possible due to increase in the supply of factors of production. As we all know that supply of factors of production are what? Land, capital, labor and entrepreneur ability. An increase in their productivity, alright? Increase in their productivity means the supply of production, there is an increase in these all factors of production. Okay, that is basically called growth, economic growth. Thus economic growth is a quantitative change. As I told you that it is quantitative approach. Okay, economic growth shows the increase in output and gross national output through which a country's economic status is depicted. Okay, it also helps in a comparative evaluation of economies of two countries. When we want to evaluate the economies, right, two countries we want to evaluate, at that time we can take economic growth as a measure for comparison. Okay, so what do we understand by this is economic growth is related with increase in national income and the per capita income, and there is also an increase in the supply of factors of production, right, land, labor, capital and entrepreneurial ability, and there is increase in their productivity, that is factor of production's ability will increase. Okay, as a labor, right, for example, as a labor your productivity will increase because of your education level, right, entrepreneurial ability, there are more ideas from more people and more entrepreneurs will function in a country. Okay, that is basically called increase in the productivity of factors of production. Okay, so now we'll understand the definitions. Economic growth refers to growth rate of national income or rise in total quantum of goods and services. As I have explained you before that it is increase in the national income and the quantum of goods and services. That is given by Professor Hansen. Then a long-term increase in capacity of a country to supply diverse economic goods to its people is known as growth. Right, this is also given by Simon Kuznets. Okay, so these are the definition and meaning of economic growth, and now we'll go ahead with the limitation. What are the limitation of this measure? Okay, economic growth takes into consideration only the quantitative change, right? We are only looking into what is the change in the national income, what is the increase in the national income and per capita income. So that is very quantitative and a narrow approach basically. Okay, in economic growth there is rise in national income and per capita income, but institutional and psychological factors remains as before. Okay, they will remain as before, there is no change in that. Okay, the concept of economic growth is narrow and depicts only the rise in the rate and the extent of output. We only depict what is the rise in the national income and what is the change in the output basically. Okay, the concept of economic growth is not of much use in understanding the welfare of the people, how the development of people has taken place in a country. That is not considered in economic growth. Only the increase in national income and per capita income is considered. So this is a narrow approach, okay, and it is only quantitative in nature. Okay, so now we'll understand what is the meaning of economic development. Economic development has a very wide meaning which includes economic growth, economic welfare and economic progress. Okay, economic development includes economic growth. Okay, it includes quantitative and qualitative measures. Even in economic development, there is an increase in the real national income and the real per capita income. Okay, as I told you that it includes economic growth. But economic development is not just about quantitative change but also about qualitative change. It is multi-dimensional process. Okay, so it is economic development basically includes all the changes in the economy, how the welfare of people in a country has taken place, how the country is developing. Okay, everything is considered in economic development, which is not considered in economic growth. Okay, during the process of development, economic and social structure of the economic changes. Along with economic progress take place in the society too. So here we need to understand what is economic development. We have studied the definitions basically, but we need to understand that what is economic development. When there is an increase in the national income and per capita income, right, we plan out everything that how we are going to use the money we are getting through the economy. Okay, economic development is a planned process. Development is what? How the infrastructure facilities have improved, how the education level, how the educational facilities have improved in a country, how the healthcare facilities are improved in the country. That is basically called development. Okay, how the welfare of people will take place in a country. That is called economic development. Okay, understood? So now we will go ahead with the definition. Economic development is a multi-dimensional process. Okay, economic development is such a process in which there is no increase in the population living below poverty line. The distribution of income does not further increase the inequalities, and there is a continuous rise in the national real per capita income of a country for a long period of time. Okay, by economic development, the social structure of the economy will change. Okay, how it will change? In India, if we take an example of India, we are a developing nation. Okay, so the highest income previously was by the agriculture sector. Okay, agriculture sector used to provide employment and the income generation was highest in agriculture sector. Okay, but now as the country is developing, okay, the industrial sector and service sector is also growing. Okay, and there is a decrease in the agriculture sector income as well. Okay, people are moving towards industries and service sector. Okay, because in agriculture they don't have enough income and they are moving towards industries and service sector. Okay, so when you want to know that how the country is developing, okay, you will see this indication first, that agriculture income is decreasing in a country and the industries and service sector are growing. Okay, that is the main indicator when there is economic development in a country. Okay, so now we'll study the characteristics of economic development. Continuous process. First is, it is a slow but strong process in a predetermined order and direction. Okay, in any country, development process which is easy to start but difficult to maintain. The process of development is usually fast initially but slows down over a period of time. In progress nations, as we are developing, India is developing right now, right? Initially we are developing ourselves like anything, right? But gradually it will slow down, just as developed nations, just like US or UK. Okay, these are the developed nations. Here the economic development process have slowed down because they are already developed, they have all the facilities. Okay, and in India we have started off and we are fast in increasing the facilities. Basically we are developing and we have planned everything, and it is a very fast process in developing nations. Okay, and gradually it slows down over a period of time. Okay, secondly, quantitative and qualitative change take place. In economic development, output increases, which is quantitative, and due to research the quality of the product improves, which is qualitative. Okay, as we all know that there is an increase in output in economic development, that is economic growth basically. Okay, quantitative change will take place, but the quality of product will also improve, which is qualitative change. Okay, quantitative and qualitative changes take place in economic development, but there is more of qualitative improvement in economic development. As in economic growth there is quantitative change, but in economic development there is more of qualitative improvement. Okay, the standard of living of people will improve, the quality of the goods and services will improve, everything will take place in economic development. Okay, third is change in demand. There is rise in the income of the people due to development, which changes their taste. Okay, now as the economic development takes place, there will be rise in the income of the people. Okay, as the education services that are there, the entrepreneur ability of the people will improve, the income of the people are definitely going to increase, so they are going to demand more. Okay, their taste will change as well. Okay, in the initial stage of the development, the demand for basic and primary goods will rise. Okay, but subsequently there is a rise in the demand for comfort and luxury goods. Okay, as the income level will increase, the taste will change and they'll move towards comfort and luxury goods from primary and sub-primary goods. Okay, fourth point, labor becomes more dynamic. Development leads to increase in education of labor, which makes him more dynamic. Okay, as I told you, the education services in economic development, as the education services will improve, right, which is taking place in India right now, right? We are developing and education services have also improved, so the education level of the worker, the employees will improve, so the employees will become more, the labor will become more dynamic. Okay, fifth point is increases capital formation. What is capital formation? Development leads to increase in demand for different commodities. Okay, people will demand different commodities because their income levels have improved, so they'll demand variety of goods and they'll demand more as well. Okay, new enterprises come forward, due to which the rate of investment and capital formation increases enormously. Okay, so what does that mean? The income level of people have improved, right? So the rate of investment they'll demand more products, so the enterprises will also increase as the demand is more. Okay, the investment rate will increase and the capital formation will at last increase because of this. Okay, this is a process basically. Okay, demand increases of goods and services. Okay, so the new products will come in the country, variety of products will come in country. For that investment is required and capital formation at last will increase in the country. Okay. Sixth point is change in technology. There is a shift in dependence from fire and water based technology to coal and iron based technology, which results in faster development. Okay, as a technology also there will be a change, right? From fire and water based technology will move towards coal and iron based technology, which will at last result in faster development of the country. Okay, at last after a particular stage development becomes self motivating. Okay, as will develop as a nation, it will become self motivating. There are certain limitations of economic development as well. Okay, what are the limitations? Basically, we'll understand that economic development indicates the process of a nation. It shows the economic scenario, but in real sense it cannot discuss the human development. Okay, as we talk about India, so the nation is progressing right now. The scenario is that there is an economic development in the nation, but the human development has taken place in a country or not, that is basically not known, right? That all the human beings are developed equally. Okay, there is a disparity in that, definitely. Okay, second point is it is difficult to measure economic development as it includes those changes that have happened in the society. Okay, it is difficult, right? Okay, what are the changes taken place in the society? Economic development is taking place, right? But we don't know how the society has improved as a whole. What are the changes taking place in the society as a whole? When economic development takes place, the standard of living of people will improve. Though economic development is taking place in India, there is not much improvement in the standard of living of people. Okay, the standard of living has improved of the people of India, but not in equal pace, right? The development is taking place. What is the problem in India right now? That development is taking place, but in villages there is not much development. In cities the development is good. Okay, economic development is good in cities, and it is being done in a faster rate, at a faster rate. But in villages, if you see, the development is slow. Okay, so there is not equal development in all the areas of the country. Development is basically the development of the whole country. Then only the standard of living of people will improve, as in other developed countries. If you look into US, the development is equal. Okay, that you can see that each and every city is equally developed. But in India, if you look into, this is developing nation, but the development should be equal in all the areas. Okay, so we are done with the topic of economic growth and development. I'll meet up next time with the next topic. Okay, don't forget to subscribe the channel.